I've worked with so many marketers that I give them a budget, and let's just say it's $1 million and it's spread, evenly over 12 months. They think that they have $1 million account now, and they can just draw from that whenever they want to. And things happen in the business and performance happens, and we might have missed our revenue in Q1, and I got to find a way to claw that back so that we maintain our profitability numbers. And the unspent marketing budget might be where I go for that. And I think I've had some marketers in my past that haven't understood that. Like, you gave me $1 million, I'm going to spend $1 million, and it might happen all in December.
I love that you mentioned about how many marketers tend to show up with, they get a budget dollar, whether that's 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, and they think that's something that they can spend it whenever. And they might even squirrel it away for the things that they don't expect later in the year. But what I've learned in some ways, sometimes the hard way, as business needs shift, is that it does matter that you have a plan for how you're going to spend it, when you're going to spend it, the rate you're going to spend it, and then be able to not just track that, but be able to forecast whether or not you are going to actually spend at that rate.
And then sometimes if you haven't spent your budget, it's going to get allocated somewhere else.
Yeah. And as a CMO, really at the end of the day, my first job as a business leader, the second job is really the keeper of the marketing investments, making sure that we invest those in a way that support the business. And so I'm going to understand if those things happen, but I also need to be able to articulate what happens if those dollars aren't available and I can't execute that strategy, and what those implications are.
Make no mistake about it, I know it's more difficult for marketers than it is for most. Like, sales has a direct A to B relationship, right? On, I spend this money, I get these dollars in the door. There's finance, you need people to run the debits and credits, and IT, you need people to make sure that the Wi-Fi is up in the laptop. So yeah, there's certain table stakes that just have to exist, and there's certain groups that just have a much clearer A to B relationship on return on investment. Marketing kind of sits in between those, and I think it's the struggle that marketers have always had. But if something like this happens, I think it's incumbent on the marketers, for the sake of the organization, to bring the case to the table why that money is best spent in that direction.